I want to put one header here. Okay, before in the heading part, we're going to write the title that will be shown in the taskbar of the browser. Okay, that is default one. We can do that now. It is an option. It depending upon the coder, to the developer. If the particular word need to be displayed on the taskbar, he going to keep that in the title tag or title element. Otherwise, he can ignore that one. Right. But now what we're trying to write is I'm trying to give one header. Okay, one header is like here I will write first write is one header. I want to do a header here. Right. In that header, again I need subheading. I want to give one more subheading, right? Something subheading here. Okay, this is what I'm trying to display as an output by the HTML code. One header I want to put, then I want to give the subheading. Later, after subheading, I want to display some paragraph here. I want to display some paragraph. Header, subheading, then I want to display some paragraph. Then in paragraph, after displaying some of the paragraph, at last, after paragraph, I want to display one image here. In this paragraph, I want to give one link. Later, I want to give one image. Later, I want to give one copyright statement. This I want to display as the output. First, in my code, I want to display the header part. Okay. Then after displaying header part, I want to display one more heading, that is subheading for under this header, under this heading. Right. After heading, below that, I want to display the paragraph and I want to give the link. Okay. If I click on that link, that particular link has to move to the or direct towards the other page. Okay. To which page I have linking here, it should move to the particular page. Okay. With the help of this link. Then I have to give an image. At last, copyright statement. You would have noticed that in any of the web pages, at last we'll be having a copyright statement. This particular page is copyrighted by this particular company, so that no other person can copy that one. If we can copy, if we copied means they can put a file on case on them, right? So the copyright statement. This I want to be frame in my HTML code. Okay, so we'll try to achieve by the HTML code, right? So my code is like untitled notepad, right? As I said, either you can execute in the Sublime editor or in the notepad with the help of XAMPP software. We're going to execute that one, right? So the basic first statement we're going to write in any of the HTML code, that is document type. Right, in document type, so whatever the elements or whatever the tags we're going to use, all those tags will be maintained in the format, maintained in the document format, right? So whatever the code we're going to write, so this doc type, what it will be having a DTD, right? Document type definition. It's going to compare our code, whether our code is having those tags are there in this document. If it is there, then it's going to compare, otherwise it's going to throw an error. Right, that is the role of the doc type, that is document type. First statement we're going to write in the notepad. In document type, actually we have three types. You guys have already seen in the previous classes, right? Strict, transitional, frame set. Right. So here I'm not going to use any of this. Just I'm going to use document type. Okay. By default, it will be a strict DTD. If I didn't mention anything here, means by default it will be a strict DTD. Okay, so document type. Later statement is HTML. This HTML, what it will do, the HTML will give the input for the browser. It gives the input for the browser, what actually it has to compare, what this program is. Okay, and what type of program we are writing. All those things will be the header, that is HTML part. It gives the input for the browser, what to compare and what to do the task, what it has to do. Right. After HTML, HTML is having two parts. One is head, other one is the body. One is head, other one is body. Right. In the head, if I want any of the statement, any of the title to be displayed on the taskbar, right? That is, you're going to write in the title. So title, we'll write the program on a small program on general, like our college only, SVIT. So SVIT, I'm going to close this one. So what it will do, this name SVIT will be displayed on the where, on the browser taskbar, right? So title SVIT. Okay, next, only this part I want to write. Okay, I don't want to write any extra CSS program, or I don't want to write any JavaScript program, right? I will separate file, and I don't want to link here. If I want to link, all those things are going to be inserted in the head part. But this simple program, I'm not going to use any of the CSS program, any of the CSS file, or any of the JavaScript file. So no need of giving those file link in the head part. So the work of the head is done. So I'm going to close this. Right. So this part is done. Okay. Now I want to first work I have to do. I have to display the heading. Right. I want to give the heading. So those things we're going to do in the body. Right. The head part, it's going to do the input, and the body, whatever the document, whatever the text, or whatever the data I want to display for the user with the help of browser, all those I'm going to give in the body part, right? So I want this particular heading to be displayed, right? So I have a tag h1 tag. So we have 6 different levels of headings, right? We have this HTML provides 6 level headings, right? From h1 to h6, it will provide 6 levels from h1 to h6, right? So higher the number, for example, h1 is having higher importance, it will give the size of the document or size of the heading will be bigger and bolder if you use h1. If you use h2, it will be quite smaller than the h1. In the same, it will follow for the h2, h3, h6 up to h6. h6 is having low importance, h6 will be having more importance, sorry, less importance, right? So in headings, we have 6 level of headings. If I use h1, it is the heading part is what? It's very important in the document. I want to give more importance for this particular heading, right? So you guys have written the what is that record, right? Report, so not record, report for DBMS mini project, correct? So you'll be having some headings. Introduction, it's having more importance, right? Chapter, you're giving 18, introduction you're giving 16, and subheadings you're going 14, and the other normal paragraph you're going to use 12, right? You can consider, you can relate these things to the the chapter, like if you want to display in the browser the chapter name, the heading should be that particular chapter name, chapter 1, chapter 2, it should be displayed quite bigger, right? It should focus, right? It should be more importance. At those words we're going to give in the h1. And introduction and literature survey, those things I want to I don't want to highlight more than the chapter name, so we're going to give it as 16, right? Then in the HTML document, there that thing we can give in the h2 literature survey, h1 chapter 1, then h3 subheading like introduction of HTML, then in h6 we're going to give those things, what 12, right? That paragraph I want to display there, so that we're going to give in the h4 or h5, right? Here in h1 I want to give that particular word, a particular heading should be displayed, it should be highlighted. So what I will do, SVIT, so I will do that, where is SVIT, where is SVIT, this one I will give. Okay, I will close this heading. Okay, next, this is the heading. Then I want the subheading also. Okay, what I'm trying to achieve here, this part I have done. Okay, where is SVIT? It will display in my browser. So I need subheading also, right? So in subheading, I need some other text should be displayed. So where is SVIT? So I'll just give SVIT is in Bangalore or Rajankunte, like that I will give. It is in Bangalore. It is in Bengaluru, Rajankunte. That I will write. Rajankunte. Okay, then I will close this one. So my heading part is done. My subheading part is done. Next, what I'm trying to, next is what? After heading and subheading, I want to write some paragraph. I want to write some paragraph. Okay. So here I'll just split that paragraph. Okay. Something like photo by Raj, something. Okay, you'll come to know why I'm giving this photo by Raj, because I'm trying to display the photograph, right? The photograph is taken by who? By Raj, some Raja. He has taken that photo. Okay, so photo by Raja, something, right? So I want to display what here. One more paragraph I want to display, like a brief discussion about the college now. Okay, brief discussion about the college. Before paragraph, so photo by Raja means under that I need what image? One image I want to display. Okay, one image I want to display there. So for displaying image, actually in the header part, we're having head 1 to head 6. This part is done, right? When it comes to the paragraph, and paragraph of division is what? Why we need a paragraph? Actually, what to display any paragraph in the HTML code, we're going to use the tag by P, right? Like P is like a container. It's like a container. In that container, we're going to fill the data, right? This photo by Raj is like a data. In that container, I'm going to fill the data, right? So now I'm writing one more paragraph, right? So before moving to the paragraph, photo by Raj means I want to display the one image, one photo I want to display there, right? For displaying the photo or for displaying any image, right, we have a tag called image tag, correct? We have a image tag, correct? So this image tag, it will do what it will do. It will help for the developer to display any of the image to the browser, in the browser, right? It may be JPG, it may be GIF file, right? It may be PNG format. The image, it may be in the PNG format or JPG format or in GIF format. Okay, whatever the format it may be, we're going to display those image with the help of image tag. So what is the syntax for image? What is the syntax of image? So image will be like image tag. It will follow. It will start with the image tag. Then source. From which source we're going to take that image? For example, my image is in the on my desktop. Okay, my image is on desktop, right? So from my desktop, from that folder, I'm going to take that image. That is the source of that image, right? We have to give the source from where I'm going to pick that image and display in my browser, right? So image source, it may be a URL, that is the path name, right? It may be URL, or it may be name of the this one image. For example, see, it's in my folder, right? So it will display. If you go to that particular image and you can right click and see the properties, you will see in C, in Dell, right, in desktop, in folder number, in folder photo, and the image name, right? In the property you will come to know, right? So that URL and the name you're going to give. And alternatively, or if you want optionally, we can give the height and width of that image. How much height and how much width I want to display that image in my browser. That also we can give. Height, something like I want to give height, n height. I'm writing syntax of the image. Okay, width, n, and alternate. Alt means for that particular image, what text, what name I want to give. Okay, what name I want to give. That name is always be in the form of string, so that will be string. Then forward with slash and close. This is the syntax of the image. This is the syntax of the image. Okay, so image source URL hyphen name or name, height and width, what size we need to we need to be display that image, particular image, right? And alt equal to string. This alt equal to string is optional. Either we can use or we can ignore that one. Okay, then the same example we'll see here. So I'm going to write image here, right? What's syntax of the image here? Image source here. Image is where it is in web program. Okay, I have one SVIT logo here, right? So you just right click, see the properties, right? There you can, in location you can see here, see user Dell desktop web program. In this URL I can find this image by the name what? SVIT logo, right? I'm going to use the same path name over there. I can use the same path name, or we can directly use the only what? The logo name. That we only try with that logo name. Later we try with the whole path. Okay, SVIT logo dot jpg, that is in jpg format, jpg, right? Okay, if you want, you can use the alt also we can give that. Alt equal to something, you can do any alt by name, Rajan Kunte, something, any name you can use that. Okay, this is what the syntax of image. So how my output will be according to this program? I'll get the heading, correct? I'll get the heading, right? So by this H1 here heading, what I will get where is SVIT. Next in H2 Bangalore Rajan Kunte. Then one paragraph I can get here, photo by Raj. Then later it will display one image. Now what image? The logo it will display, correct? The logo it will display there. Then this part is done. Now I want the link now. So I want to put the link. Okay. So after this, below that particular photo, I want to give the description for that photo, right? I have to give a description. For description, for that paragraph, again I'm going to use the tag P, right? So this photo of SVIT something, this photo of SVIT college and the website for this college can find. Website for this college is, and right, this photo of SVIT college and the website for this college is. Now if I click that particular link, or it should direct to the college website now. Okay, this photo of SVIT college and the website for this college is. Okay, if the user click to the particular any word there, it should move to the, or it should direct towards the college website. So for that we're going to use a link. We're going to use the link, it is hyperlink, right? To create any hyperlink in the HTML code, you're going to use which tag? Anchor tag, correct? To create any hyperlink in the HTML code, we're going to use hyperlink, that is anchor tag, followed with H reference, hypertext, that is hypertext reference, HTML H reference, right? H reference followed with equals, then the link now, that is URL we have to give, correct? What is the website URL for our college? saividya.ac.in, that is www. So we have to give in HTTP hypertext transfer protocol, right? What it will do? Hypertext transfer protocol. The hypertext transfer protocol is basically used for web programming, right? To create any website, you're going to use the hypertext transfer protocol. It basically work on TCP or IP model, correct? The request will be sent, the response it will take. If it is valid, it's going to display the link, display that particular website. It's the hypertext transfer protocol, how it will work, right? But in behind the work will be it will be very stringent, like the IP address it will send, then it will send the MAC address, it will match the IP address and MAC address. If it is matched, then it could be display, right? Those are the things will be there in the networking part, right? That's the hypertext transfer protocol, how it works, right? So HTTP then followed with double forward slash. Why we need double forward slash? If you not use this double forward slash in the HTML hyperlink anywhere, this is Linux part, this Unix part, right? It's like a main directory. If you not use this double forward slash, what it will do, it will check that particular file in the current server, in the present server, it will check. Whether it may be there, then it will display that particular file. Otherwise, it will not display the particular file. Okay, if that file is not there in the current server, it should check with the other server, right? So this works based on the DNS server, right? The DNS server, it will check .com, right? As I already explained in the first class, what .com is, what .in, right? So if the domain name server didn't find this particular file in the current server, it should check for the other server also. It should move to the other server, it should check, and it should give the result. For that particular reason, we're going to use this double forward slash. If you not use this double forward slash, it will check for the current server. If that file is there in the current server, then only the particular link will work. Otherwise, it will not work, right? So what we'll do, so double forward slash, it's going to check that particular file in any server, not in the current present server. That is the reason we're going to use the double forward slash. HTTP double forward slash. If you not give the double forward slash, it will check for the present server. If it is there, then particular link will work, otherwise it will not work. Next, followed with the college website name, website URL. It is link saividya.ac.in. Okay, so .in means, so .com for .com, .in, .edu, .org, like we are different things here, but our college is of .in. For which college they will give? It is if that particular institute should aggregate it to any of the universities. It should have 4 years of minimum 4 years of aggregation in one particular university. For those universities, they will give .in. Okay, .edu or .org, they will give for like autonomous college, like a deemed college. For those colleges, they will give like .edu, .org, like that. For .in, but particular institute should affiliated to any of the universities. That should be minimum 4 years. If it is there, then they will give .in, like that. Something is there. Okay. Slash. Close. Why we have to use this one single slash forward slash here? Means this particular file should load in one particular folder. One particular folder, this particular file should store. Right, where it should store? It will store here one file name or one folder name by giving SVIT. Okay, what it will do, you can usually, you have noticed that in any of the website this URL will be not there, like www.saividya.ac.in, it will be not there. Some word will be there. To the particular word we click, then it will direct to the particular link, to the particular page, right? So here in our web page, if I click on this SVIT, it should direct to our college website. So this file should load where? In this particular folder by the name SVIT. That is the reason I'm giving single slash here. Okay, I will repeat a single slash. Why I'm creating is this particular file should store in one particular folder. The folder is SVIT. Okay, this Unix tag, what it will do, it will load this file saividya.ac.in by taking from the server. It's going to load in the SVIT folder. Once the user click on this SVIT, it should link to this page. Okay, we'll check while you're seeing that output. We're going to see that. Then After clicking in display, I want to just continue some part like Bengaluru, and this photo was taken, something I will write, some paragraph I will write here. This photo was taken on like March, taken on March or something like 4/2021, like with the, right. Now I will use one more tag. I'm going to use the one more element, one more tag in the p tag, nothing but I'm using the concept of nesting, right? So what I will do, I will use one tag by the name strong, by the name strong. What the strong will do, by the name strong, I just take this to next line, strong. Okay, here I'm using one tag. Okay, that tag I am embedding, that I am writing in the one tag, that is p tag, means nesting tag, nesting of the element I am doing. Like this type of tag we say it as a inline element. This type of element we say it as a inline element. We have inline element like break is there, BR, right? So break is there, strong is there, bold, mark. These are some of the inline element, correct? So what what inline element will do? It will not cause to this paragraph. It will not make any harm to this paragraph. Okay, just it will work. What work it is having, it will work in this paragraph. Okay, strong, what it will do in front of the strong, if anything I will write, it will show in bold. Okay, it will show in bold format, in highlighted format. For example, I have taken this photo by using the DLR camera. So DSLR camera, like DSLR camera, DSLR Sony camera. Okay, this I want to display as a highlighted part. Okay, only DSLR in this paragraph, this photo of Institute College and this website for this college is this one. This photo was taken on March something, right? In this paragraph, only DSLR Sony camera, it will highlight it. It will show. It will show. It will display in the bolder format. Okay, it will be in highlighted format, right? So that we say it as a what? Inline element. That we say it as a inline element, strong. Okay, then I want to make end now. I want to make it as a end. So Sony camera, something. I'll just do full stop here. Full stop over here. Then close this. This is how it will display. Right. So we have used here one link here, right? We have used this link. Correct. So this link, what it will do? www.saividya.ac.in. Correct. This is a different page. I'm trying to access the different page, means I'm trying to access a different page by this link, okay, in my web page, correct? Like means what we're trying to do, I'm going to access the external site from my web page, correct? So I'm trying to access the external site. This is the one website, right? External site I'm trying to access, right? In this way, we can access in different manner. This is what I'm trying to access from the external. I'm trying to access the external site, right? What if I want to access some data from present site, right? So the link, whatever the link we are using, so whatever the link we are trying to give with the help of anchor tag, okay, we can access the n number of possible ways. Means one, we can access to, if I want to access the external site, I'm going to use this type of link, right? Hyperlink followed with this one and SVIT. Okay, the file name I'm going to give, that is the external site. I'm trying to access the external site link. Now, what if I want to link to source? Means, for example, see, I want to link to another place on the same page. Okay, I have one page here. For example, see, I have one page. Link to another page means, see, I have review here. In the review, I have written some HTML code. Okay, I want to give some review. Means review, whenever you review this SCVT college, how it is. For 2 or 3 persons, what they will do, he will give the review. Okay, we'll try to add the review also here. We'll try to add the review. Under this image, we'll try to add review. Okay, in review, for this review, I'm writing this review, I'm going to write in one HTML file. Okay, I want to access this HTML file. Means on the same page, I'm going to access this particular HTML file. Right, in the same page, I want to access, means link to another place on same page. On the same page, I'm linking to the what, this HTML file, this type of thing. Okay, what may be the link? How should we have to give there? Link to same page means same anchor tag, reference, this file name. For example, I give the file name like here abc.html. abc.html, reference, what it will do here? We have to give like abc.html. abc.html, close. Something I will give like name like home. Okay. Before that, we have to give the / here. So I'm creating like home here. So that is file name. I'm going to close the anchor tag. In the same page, I'm going to access. Okay. This link we have to give here in this particular paragraph. Where we want to access that one, that particular link we can give there. This is the second type. Right. In n number of ways, we have different ways of getting the links. Nothing but to access the other file, maybe the external site, or maybe the in our same page only going to access, or we're going to a specific place on another page. Okay, means we want to display this particular page, our web page, in the another page there. For those things also is done. Then link to email. For example, see, we have done like email, right? For example, next is what I want to give the email. I want to link this particular page to the email, one particular email I want to link, right? So the same will be there. What? A reference, then that mail ID, mail to which person I want to do, mail to, like something like I will write vivek.p@saividya.ac.in. Okay, I want to refer. Okay, this page I want to refer in my mail ID. There I can give. Means what it happened, this link, this particular page link, it will send to my mail ID. If I click to that mail ID, I can give the review. I can give the review for this college. Okay, mail to vivek.p@saividya.ac.in. So I will get one link. If I click on that link, it will open the review page. There I can give the review that will be reflect to my web page. Getting my point, right? So that type of things I can give here with the help of these links. So I give review, then closing this anchor tag. So this thing also we can, this type of thing also we can give there. And if I want to use link to some JavaScript function, okay, I want to link to the some JavaScript function, right? The same thing, that this will be same. A reference equals, this will be the common tag we're going to use, and followed with what type of link we want to access, we want to use in my web page. Okay, reference, I'm going to use some JavaScript function, like JavaScript should be there. It is also tag JavaScript, then followed with something like open, annoying, something I will use, annoying something I use, right? Then I'm going to close. I'm going to close this one. Then followed with some name I will give, like home, then close anchor tag. And if you want to use a telephone number, I want to use a telephone number, right? So they also use same the thing, a reference, telephone number. This is the tag we're going to use for telephone number. Then plus symbol followed with number, so 88892996 something number I'm going to give. Okay, then close. Call to toll-free number. Some you're going to use, you'll see, right? So for you can use the website. Inside with the technology, we're having some phone number. If you open the website, you can see that phone number, right? So to display that phone number, if you click on that one, you can it will connect for the call, right? For those things, we're going to use this type of links, this type of syntax or format. Okay, then close with anchor tag. Right, these are the many ways or many things we can do with the help of links, right? This we say it as a URL relative references. We can say it as a what? URL relative references, right? So we can access the external site, or in the same page I can access the thing. Okay, if I want to mail, that also we can do with the help of link. We can, if you want to try to access any of the JavaScript program, that also we can do with the help of the thing. Or we have to show the telephone number, that also we can do with the help of the links. So these type we say it as a URL relative references. Say it as URL relative references. So a link can be given in many ways. However, we require what our script has demand, that we can do. Here I'm just trying to access some external site, so I'm using which type of syntax here? I'm using this first syntax, external site, right? So for its reference, the external site number, that website number, a website name, that is URL or name, followed with some path name or file name. Okay, this is one thing I want to display where in my web browser. Next, so as I said, I will just try to add a review also, right? We'll try to add the after paragraph, link, image. Next is what? We try to add the review. So the review, that should also display in the heading part, right? So H1 is to, I don't want to highlight more for that review. Okay, so that is the reason I'm going to give H3 review. H3 followed this. Okay, next I'm going to use division operator. Why we have to use division operator? See, the division operator, what it will do? See, if multiple person or person A, person B has given the review, it should not club, right? So each person review should be displayed separately. For example, something like Raj has given one review on this college, that should display separate, and Santosh has given some review, that should display separately, right? So division, what it will do, it's going to give the review, that's it's going to show the paragraph dividedly, means it's going to display that particular person. Then the later what they will do, it will use some gap and it's going to display the other part. Okay, so division here I will display like P or by something like Vikas, by Vikas on, okay, time, this time tag on March, okay, March 20 or 30, March 30th 2021. He has given this review. What review he has given? But you have to display in the paragraph. Okay, so what review has given? One of the best college in Bangalore. He has given the review. He has given this review. One of the best college in Bangalore. Okay, next, this I want to close. The next person, he has given like by something like by Vishal on time. This time, to display this March 30, 2021, right? There we have to use this time tag. So time tag like April 26th 2021. Close the timestamp. Paragraph. Okay, he has given it best infrastructure, something like best infrastructure. Best infrastructure. He has given this review. Then close this one. Okay, we have given the review. At last, part is what I want this copyright statement. Means this web page having some copyright, right? So if any other person has used this same code, it may be he can face some infringement issues. Okay, he can face some infringement issues, right? So how to display that copyright image and all? Okay, you would have seen in the copyright image there. You can see that at, so at copyright. So this symbol, this special character symbol, we can't directly write in the where HTML code. For that, we having some character entities. We have some character entities. Either if see, for example, I want to display that copy means at statement. I want to use some at copyright. So this I want to display that where in my web page. But directly I can't write at symbol here in the web page. So for that we having some character entities. This for at symbol we have to use at symbol the character entity like address, that is ampersand copy. This we have to use in our code. So it will indicating that. So this ampersand copy or ampersand hash, some number will be there, ampersand hash 169. This is the, if you use this number, it will display the at symbol, at copyright symbol. Okay, and actually in web code directly we can write the this color format also. When we start with the CSS, right? So we're going to use some of the margin color, that is red, blue, white. So each color is having some number. Okay, either we can give directly the number or you can directly give the this words only, that is red, blue and all. Okay, for at copyright I want to display that copyright symbol, that is at symbol. So in the paragraph, what I will do, that should be displayed in small. So I'm going to use the inline element, right? So copy right. So I have to use that and symbol. So at symbol, what symbol I have to use what? Ampersand copy. This is what I have to use, ampersand copy semicolon, right? So 2021 SVIT. Okay, I'm going to close this inline element and the outline element. Both I'm going to close. Okay, then body. I'm going to close the body. At last, I'm going to close the HTML. Root element I'm going to close. This is the program what we try to write. Okay. Now this output we have to get. One header should get, subheading should get. After subheading, I should get one image here. Right, after paragraph, I have to get one image. After that image, I have to get one paragraph, then review, then some paragraph, some revision, some space should be there, then review, another person review. At last, I should get the copyright symbol. This is what we try to write here, right? So I'm going to save this one. Here has I use program 5.html. So all files save. Okay, just go to that particular folder, program 5, open with browser. See, did we got this output? So one heading I need. So where is SVIT? I got this header. So we have used this one in the H1. So it has somewhat brighter, somewhat it is highlighted more than the second one, second heading part. So subheading was what? Where is SVIT? Bengaluru, Rajanukunte. This is what we have given there. Then photo by. Okay, this logo. We got this logo from where? Particular browser in that folder we have taken, right? So that logo we have displayed here. Photo by Raj. And this photo is taken by who? By Raj, right? So under this we have used this one. This photo of SVIT call is whatever we have given in that particular word, right? In front of this, what we have given? We have given the what? This link. So if I click this link, you should direct to where? SVIT page. See, I have clicked here. Let me check whether it is moved to the SVIT page. Yes, correct. it is moved to the SVIT page, correct? Then, so followed SVIT Bangalore. This photo was taken on March 4, 21 with the C. We have used which one? DSLR, correct? That particular word should display strongly. I use the word keyword, that is element like strong. In this paragraph, it is displaying highlighting. It is highlighting, right? So it's we set as an inline element. Set as an inline element. Next, review by Vikas on March 30, 21. One of the best college in Bangalore. It is given some space there by Vishal on April 26, 2021. Best infrastructure. C. Copyright. C. This symbol we got, right? C. Copyright symbol. Right. So we use this copyright symbol. How? With the help of ampersand, copy, semicolon. Right. If you want to greater than symbol, less than symbol, for there we have to use ampersand GT, ampersand LT, that is lesser than, greater than symbol. Right. So 21 SVIT. Right. This is what the quick tour on HTML. With help of HTML tags, with help of the structure of HTML, we have written some small program. And here we have used only the basic of HTML. We have not yet included any CSS, not yet included any of the JavaScript. Okay, if you use the CSS, the background image, that is decorative part we can do. Okay, we're directly given that size of the width and the coloring part. If you use the CSS, we can use the margin size, background color, all those things we can include it with the help of CSS file. Then, so this only the simple